Okay, a few announcements. We'll get started in a few minutes. We've got 2 different raffles underway. Everybody who's here has a chance at the raffle to get into the Golden Game. We're going to be playing 2 Golden Games against Dima. It'll be Dima against 5 players. They'll be rotating every 4 points like our Golden Game. Everybody knows about our Golden Game, right? And then we'll have 2 different Golden Games. The 5 players will get 10 points at the start, and Dima has promised to go easy on you. So that's raffle number 1. The raffle number 2 is for a signed Dima Ovcharov Olympic jersey that was actually worn in Paris. Can I get that? If you'd like a chance at that, a separate raffle at the table, you have to buy a ticket to a Major League Table Tennis event. We'll be in Westchester next weekend at the Westchester Table Tennis Club. And then we're back here in March at Rider University. 3-day weekend. If you buy a 3-day pass, you can get 3 entries into that raffle. I've been told those shirts are selling on eBay for like $10,000 when they're autographed, roughly something like that. So we'll do those raffle. We'll do the raffle at the end of the night for that, so you have all evening to do that. So today we're going to be broken up into a few different sessions. Steve and I are going to chat for like 30 minutes. I've got a bunch of questions, and maybe we'll take some questions from the crowd. Probably only from Drew if he has any good questions. Do you have a good question? That didn't sound very confident. It's kind of like a yeah. And then Dina's going to hit with Koyo, a professional on the Princeton Revolution team. And then we'll do our Golden Games, and then we'll have a chance for some autographs and some pictures. Sound good? Great, let's get started. Okay, for those that don't know me, my name is Flint Lane. I am the owner with my wife of Princeton Palm. I also started a professional table tennis league called Major League Table Tennis 18 months ago. And I would tell you, when I was starting the league, I had no way could I have imagined that I'd be sitting next to Dima Ovcharov doing an interview 18 months later. So kind of a dream come true for me, so thank you so much. So Dima, you probably all know who he is. He's the 2nd most decorated male Olympic table tennis player. You have how many medals? 6? 6 medals. So Dima and I have combined for 6 Olympic medals. I'm very proud of that. We've also combined to win 12 times on the ITTF and WTT Tour, something also I'm very proud of, so congratulations. He's also the former world #1 player, so holy mackerel, not so bad. And he's also a co-owner of the Princeton Revolution, which is the team that plays in Major League Table Tennis. So let's start with an easy question. What do you think of our club?
First time I'm here, I'm super excited. First time in New Jersey, New York, and then had a great practice session with Koyo today, and I kicked his ass, and I want to go down.
I heard you did a little shopping too.
Well, I arrived a few days ago, and I got recommended by this outlet, Woodbury, I think.
Woodbury Commons in New York.
Yeah. And there was the sales from Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and the prices were good, and I let go and I did a lot of shopping. I had to buy some extra suitcases.
Yeah, the rumor was he spent 10 hours shopping. So
2 days straight.
I'd love to talk a little bit about how you got into table tennis. I think most people in the room have some affiliation with table tennis, many players in the room. I know your dad is professional. Tell us a little bit about your dad and his impact on you.
Well, my dad was a former professional player. He represented Soviet Union, played a few European and World Championships, and when I was young, I was not really interested to play table tennis, but he was smart. I was watching different cartoons, and yeah, when I spent time with my dad, he always told me, Dima, you know, these guys from the cartoons, they're all great table tennis players. And they all love table tennis, and it's the best sport in the world, and he really told me that for many years, from the age when I was like 2, and then at the age of 5 I thought it's the coolest thing in the world, and from that moment until today, 30 years later, I still enjoy it.
So you got hooked on table tennis through a lie by your dad, is what we're saying.
That's true.
No parent in this room has lied to their children to get them to do anything, right? A little bit maybe. So what is your earliest memory? Like, I envision you know, in the crib like this and then throwing balls into the crib. Like, so what is your earliest memory of table tennis?
My earliest memory of table tennis is when I was watching my dad play in the 2nd division in Germany. I think I was 4. And my mom told me it's until 21, since I asked her about 10 times when the match is over. And then when it was 21 and my dad he got his 21st point, I ran into the box, but it was 21-20. And the match wasn't over and my dad was freaking out and I was like, wow, okay, this is kind of my first memory of like being live at the match.
Did he pull out that match?
This I don't remember anymore. I remember he was mad at my mom that she didn't manage to keep me away from the box.
So when did you start playing? Like I'm sure you banged the ball around, but at some point you started to become serious. When was that?
I mean, now I'm quite tall, but as a kid I was quite short, and so I started with the age of 5, playing on the regular kitchen table with my mom. My dad had no nerves to play with me at the beginning. And then at the age of 6 I started to play on the table, which my dad made a bit lower, so I could probably look over the table. And from 7, then I went basically all day every day.
I didn't know they did lower tables. I've seen small kids standing on boxes to play on a regulation table, but your dad was pretty industrious.
Yeah, he built it like, I don't know, something the table stands on instead of the proper legs, so it's just lower.
And did your dad coach you most of your youth?
I mean, he coached me until today, honestly. So we're still really tight, and I think it's very important also for kids to have people behind you who you know they're with you regardless you win or lose. That was, I mean, practice really, really hard, always until the limit. But before I went to the matches, he always called me and told me